The Earth and the Solar System. Specific objectives. By the end of the topic, the learner should be able to A. Define the solar system. B. Explain the origin of the Earth. C. Explain the effects of rotation and revolution of the Earth. D. Describe the structure of the Earth. Content. A. Definition and composition of the solar system. B. Origin, shape, size, and position of the Earth in the solar system. C. Rotation and revolution of the Earth and their effects. D. Structure of the Earth. The atmosphere. The hydrosphere. The lithosphere crust. The asthenosphere mantle, the barosphere centrosphere. 10. Definition of the solar system. The solar system is made up of the Sun with the 9 planets orbiting around it. The solar system includes the Sun, its planets and satellites, billions of meteoroids and thousands of comets. Members of the solar system. The planets. Heavenly bodies, asteroids, comets. Meteors. Meteorites. Satellites such as the Moon. Note: the solar system does not include other stars. Origin of the solar system. The two theories that are commonly used to explain the evolution of the solar system are A. Passing star theory. B. Nebular cloud theory. Passing star theory. The theory was advanced by Jeans and Jeffreys. They suggested that a star with greater gravitational pull than the Sun passed close by the Sun, drawing off a stream of material in form of a gas. 11. This material spit cooled and condensed to form the planets set in orbit by the passing star. The moons and other heavenly bodies moving around the Sun were formed to have been formed in the same way. Weakness of the theory. Chances of another star approaching the Sun are minimal. High temperature material drawn from the Sun or from the star would disperse rather than condense. It does not explain where the Sun and the passing star came from. Nebula cloud theory. It starts that the solar system could have been formed from a cloud or nebula of gas and dust. As the nebula rotated, it flattened into the disk with a high concentration of material at its center. The flattening out was due to the centrifugal force. In the outer sections of this disk, some substances such as methane and ammonia condensed, while some like hydrogen and helium remained as gas. This outer rings formed the planets like Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. Near the center of the nebula, temperatures were much higher and the planets were formed by the accumulation of the particles bumping into each other and growing into sizes large enough to exert gravitational attraction to each other. 12. Continued accumulation and the condensation of these gases led to the formation of other planets. At the same time, the Sun continued to shed off most of its gases, hence reducing its rate of rotation to about once in 25 days. Due to the high temperatures, most volatile gases were probably swept outward. Weakness of the theory. The origin and causes of the nebula are not explained. Composition of the solar systems. The study of the heavenly bodies is known as astronomy. The solar system is made up of the following: the Sun, the planets, asteroids, comets, meteors, the Moon, the Sun. The Sun is actually a star. 13. 14. It is a yellow-colored star of moderate size among the billions of stars in the Milky Way. It rotates on its own axis in an anti-clockwise direction. Formed of very hot gases, mainly hydrogen 70%. The Sun is a heated star. The temperature at the center of the Sun is about 150 million degrees Celsius, and at the surface it is about 6,000 degrees Celsius. It is the source of light and heat of the Earth, but also of other planets and satellites. The Earth would have been eternally dark without sunlight. The planets. Planet is a Greek word for wanderer or one who is constantly moving. Moon, Sun, Venus, asteroids, Saturn, Neptune, Uranus, Comet, Jupiter, Mars, Mercury, Earth. There are 9 planets in the universe moving around the Sun in the same direction. The Sun maintains a strong pull of gravity that keeps all the planets in their orbits. The 9 planets starting from the one nearest to the Sun are Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune and Pluto. Facts about the planets. Mercury is the smallest while Jupiter is the largest. All the planets have moons moving around them except for Mercury and Venus. Asteroids are small bodies moving around the Sun and occupy the spaces between the orbits. Mars. Referred to as the red planet because when observed from the Earth using a telescope it always appears to be red in color. It has 2 moons revolving around it. Jupiter. It is the 5th planet and the largest planet in the universe. Rotates on its own axis at a very faster speed. Keep on charging in color from time to time. 15. Has 13 rings. Saturn. It is the 6th planet and 2nd largest. It has 3 rings around it, the middle ring being the largest and brightest. It has 8 moons planets. Neptune. It is the 8th planet and very similar in size, color and character to Uranus. Pluto. It is the farthest away from the Sun. The temperature is very cold. Asteroid. These are small planet-like objects also known as the planetoids. Comets. These are heavenly bodies revolving around the Sun in their own orbits with a head and a tail. Meteors. Meteors are small heavenly bodies that enter the Earth's atmosphere from the universe at very fast speeds. Meteorites. These are meteors that pass through the atmosphere, fail to burn up and land on the surface of the Earth as large rocks. 16. Moon. The moon is a natural satellite, meaning it has no light of its own. The origin of the Earth. Many scientists believe that the Earth could have been formed approximately 4,600 million years ago. A hot mass of gases was thrown off the Sun. These gases cooled to form a liquid. The heavier materials collected at the center to form a core of heavy liquid metal. Around this core collected less and less heavy materials to form the mantle and the crust. As the cooling continued, the outer part of the Earth hardened faster to form the crust. The size of the Earth. The circumference of the Earth is about 40,000 kilometers. The circumference reduces from the equator to the poles because the Earth is not shaped like a perfect sphere. The diameter of the Earth at the equator is longer than the polar diameter. 17. The shape of the Earth. The Earth is a sphere which is slightly flattened at the poles, and such a sphere is called geoid, oblate spheroid. The slightly flattened poles are as a result of the rotation of the Earth on its axis. This movement has also caused the bulge at the equator. Forces involved in the formation of the Earth's shape. Centripetal force. It pulls the North Pole and the South Pole towards each other, thus flattening areas at the poles. Centrifugal force. It results in the bulging of the Earth at the equator due to variation in rotation towards the equator. Force of gravity. It attracts objects on the Earth's surface and materials within the Earth towards its center, hence making the Earth to have a spherical shape. Proofs that the Earth is spherical. I. Circumnavigation of the Earth's surface shows that you always end up at the point you started. E. Approaching ship from the shore always start with the smoke, the gradually the body. If the Earth was flat, the whole ship could be seen at once. 18. E. The Earth rotates from west to east. The Sun appears earlier in the east than in the west, and if the Earth was flat, the whole of it could receive light at the same time. IV. During the eclipse of the moon, the shadow of the Earth appears spherical. V. The Earth's surface is always circular when standing on a very high tower, or when in an airplane. V. Since all other planets, the moon and the Sun are round when viewed through a telescope, the Earth must also be round since it's also a planet. V. Photographs taken by satellite at great distance away from the Earth shows that the Earth is round. Rotation of the Earth and its effects. Rotation of the Earth is the movement of the Earth on its own axis in an anti-clockwise direction from west to east once in every 24 hours. Effects of rotation. Causes day and night. It causes difference of 1 hour between meridians 15:0 apart. It causes deflection of wind and ocean currents. It causes variation in the speed of air masses. It causes the rising and falling of ocean tides. Revolution of the Earth and its effects. Revolution of the Earth is the movement of the Earth around the Sun on its own orbit, and it takes 362.25 days. 19. It can also take 366 days to make one complete revolution around the Sun in every leap year. A leap year occurs after every 4 years. Effects of movement of the Earth round the Sun. Causes the 4 seasons. Causes lunar eclipse. Causes the varying lengths of day and night. Changes in the position of the midday sun at different times of the year. This causes the following: summer solstice, winter solstice, and equinoxes. Characteristics of summer solstice. Daytime is longer than nighttime at latitudes beyond the equator. The hours of daytime increase from the tropics towards the poles. Occurs on the 21st of June when the sun is overhead at mid-day along the Tropic of Cancer. Characteristics of winter solstice. Occurs the 22nd of December when the sun is midday along the Tropic of Capricorn. The sun is visible for only a few minutes when it appears above the southern horizon. Characteristics of equinoxes solstice. Occurs on the 21st of March and the 23rd of September. The sun rises in the east and sets in the west. Equal hours of days and nights. 20. The 4 seasons. There are 4 main seasons, namely the spring, summer, autumn, winter. B. The diagram below shows the internal structure of the Earth. Causes lunar eclipse. An eclipse is a shadow that results when the sun's rays are blocked from reaching the Earth or Moon's surface. The lunar eclipse occurs when, during the revolution of the Earth lies in between the sun and the moon. 21. This casts the shadow of the Earth onto the moon. Note: since the moon's orbit is inclined, partial lunar eclipses are experienced more often than total eclipses. Sometimes lunar eclipses pass unnoticed because they happen at night when many people are asleep. The solar eclipse occurs as a result of the revolution of the moon around the Earth, whereby the moon lies between the sun and the Earth. This casts the moon's shadow onto the Earth. The shadow has 2 parts: umbra, penumbra. Umbra. This is the darkest part. Penumbra. This is the lightest part. 22. The structure of the Earth.